So we are back in the gym.
Okay. Now
You know
what
why?
want to
You
do?
know why?
Yeah.
Because we are going to be doing the 6th house today. It's the house of diseases.
Yeah.
And unless we sit in the Padmasan Om,
Which I have to also cooking. Yeah.
we are not going to be getting over the 6th house. The 6th house is the house of diseases, debt, enemies. It's the house of job.
Right.
The Karaks are Mars and Saturn.
Right.
It's the house where we can see our servants.
Yeah.
It's the house where litigation takes place.
Right.
And all the good houses, 1st to 5th, where we have enjoyed our lives. We are first coming to the Dushtana house. It's the malefic house.
Yeah, it's not also a malefic house, it's natural malefic house. The difference between only malefic house and natural malefic house difference is that only malefic house you can turn, like third house is a malefic house, you can turn into the positive. But sixth house is a natural malefic house, so it can never be turned into the positive. See, even though, even though people got sick, they come out of their sickness, but still that part which they
Of
are
the body which got sick.
so that you will never turn back it. Suppose somebody have made surgery. Now this he had cured, but doctor will always prescribe, don't do this, don't do this. Now his half life will cut. So this is all the natural malefic house. Now from here onward, your all the rules of Parashara get changed.
Opposite.
Yeah, opposite to it. See, whatever was good for the malefic house, it is bad for these houses. So it is said that this is the first house whereby the rules also change. Many people also scared to predict sixth house, and there too also there's again a Mars has come.
Very true.
So there's a two major.
So both the Karaks of the 6th house, Mars and Saturn, are opposite energies. So even that is conflicting by nature itself.
Nature has given the firewall between this. This is a good thing of the Parashara. See, he has done disease, enemies, and death by Mars.
Yeah.
See, four things are governed by Mars. One is disease, death, enemies, and maternal home. These are
Maternal
Mars.
uncles.
Yeah, that's
And
Mars.
yeah.
And in protector of this, he has placed the Saturn. Saturn is always in the role of the protector. So he has to control the Mars thing, he has placed Saturn. Now Saturn also have a 4 things. Saturn have your job, servants, litigation, and there's all the Shadiyant conspiracy. So these are 4 things covered by Saturn. So cheating. So 4 Mars.
So even competitiveness is seen from the 6th house.
Some people says that at least if you adjust with your enemy, you adjust with everyone.
Okay.
So now there is a house of Mars and Saturn, and the basic things, the Kalpurusha has placed Mercury, the Virgo sign here, 6th sign. It is also again by the rulership of the Mercury. So he says whenever you handle all these things, apply your mind. Because without applying your mind, you can't do this. You can't handle your enemy, you can't handle your job, you can't handle your servant. Otherwise, if they become wise, then they will not serve you. They will always make you problem. Even debt is today's very major thing, and we are going to give one remedy for that, or the secret or master key, you can say, for the debt. So I am going to reveal.
So debt is also seen as loan.
Yeah,
Loan as well, right?
The debt. So what happens that this Mars and this house is basically always seen by the aspect of Mars and Saturn and Mercury, because Mercury is also one of the important role in this house to control. Now we'll see one by one planet, as we always see. So if Sun is placed in this house, or Sun sign is placed there, that means you are aware about your enemy. You are very much
Because
aware
everything is
about
out in the open.
everything is come on the surface.
Yeah.
You are also aware about your disease. How you can aware? See, Sun is a genetic. Sun is the cause of the DNA, genetic.
Correct.
So you already fall sick because of your wrong genes, or there is some decay in your genes DNA. So you always face the disease of your ancestors, whatever then in your father,
Because
forefather.
it's the soul and it's connected to your ancestors. So maybe diseases like diabetes.
Whatever
Or-
you have to your generation, your father,
Correct.
forefather, that only you follow
You will
this life
come, yeah.
in your life. So you will not face any new disease. It will be all inbuilt disease. Your enemy is also very much famous. You always know who's your enemy. So that's how everything falls on surface. You go to a government job or a good job where you get a good name and fame. So it is good for this son. And in litigation also you always win. So that is also a good thing for the son. If moon is placed here, that is very wrong thing. If the moon is everywhere, it is depositing so much emotion. So what happens if moon is placed here? That means you are handling your enemies with the emotion, mood. So there is
So
always
sometimes you're
negative.
angry, sometimes you're
Yeah.
sad.
And they always pressurize you because you are being emotional. They come to know you are emotional. So again and again they will give you problem. In job also, due to emotion, you are not able to handle and acquire your position. So it is not good sign for keep it here. And you will always fall the disease with the nature, cough, cold. Whenever the nature change for 15 days with the lunar cycle change, you always affected with the disease. Mars being the karak of significant of this house also now it's a negative minus minus plus. So what happens if the Mars place here karak bhavan ashray, you'll never feel sick. It's a good sign. You'll never have a debt. Whenever you are in the debt, you'll realize that the debt has to be given priority and you try to overcome it. So and the enemies, you are always ready with the fight with the enemy. It's a good thing. That
So is it a
why-
mental fight or an emotional
No, no,
fight,
no.
or is it a real fight,
You
fist
really-
fight?
Yeah, you can really fight.
You can
on
also
it.
have a fist fight.
If you have a third house powerful, then you revenge them with your hands. Otherwise, it might. It's depends how type of it is. But it will not good for the second item. As I already described, the second has also 4 times. So they always fight in the job, fight with the someone, fight in the litigation. Till their adaptation is there. Has
Yeah.
been, but they will
Attitude,
do
high-handed attitude.
and they always being a part of the conspiracy. So Saturn being not good with the Mars. So Saturn significant of this house will not be goodly handled by the Mars. So that's a negative.
Okay, so if Saturn is sitting here in the house of Mars, and both are signifactors of the house,
Yeah.
Saturn will give certain things which will not be good.
Yeah. See, whatever the Saturn is, that we discuss in Saturn. Now Mercury. If a Mercury is there, that's the default Virgo sign.
Right.
So if Mercury plays, you are always aware about your job. You are always aware about your disease. So you take a handle it is very well with the planning. So you will not attack immediately like a Mars. You always attack. You feel the time. You realize that time.
You'll
will come
manipulate
well.
it according to your
Mercury is
yeah.
everywhere. But
Absolutely.
for disease, it is not good. It will always give you double disease. Once you face, it can also come in the twins.
Oh, because it's a dual
also-
sign.
second time also it will repeat. So
Yeah.
it will be very taken a precaution. If a Mercury is there, it may double your enemies, it can double your efforts also.
Yeah.
Right? Then Jupiter, a vast planet. Now the good planet will never give a good result in this house. It is said
So
in the
that's plus, minus,
Shastra
and minus.
that it's said in the Shastra that if a Jupiter is there here, so Jupiter is a growth. The sixth Jupiter is called Sadarini. In Hindi it is Sanskrit.
Okay,
it is
always
Sada.
in depth.
Always in depth. Because your depth, to overcome one debt, you take a higher debt. To pay that higher debt, you again take the so higher debt.
Because it's increasing it all
Yeah,
the
it is
time.
increasing always. And see, people are misunderstood that we have not taken loan, but you are taking service from others. No, that is also debt. Debt is not in consideration of money. Whatever
It could be
you owe
kind
from
also,
others.
yeah, very true.
So it happens that they always taken, and for disease also Jupiter in 6th house is not there. It will expand. The 6th house organ is your digestive organ. So it will always expand. And you will get always a disease in the expandable nature. Somebody's heart expand, somebody's liver expand, and some of the time it blasts. So 6th house belly also there. So it
Stomach,
expands.
expansion of stomach.
So it is not good. Your kidney may also have enlarged.
Okay.
So that's a disease in enlargement, and you are always aware when it has already reached to the peak. So for Jupiter in the 6th house, those who have always care about their digestive system, don't eat anything. You think that what will happen, especially the protein item. See, protein item always decay your kidneys. So
Correct.
don't eat any protein or major items. So Jupiter is not considered good. In litigation also you lose so much money. If you given any money to your relatives, if you given money to any friends, relatives, they will not give. When you are going to ask him, please give my back, he will say some, sir, give some
Few
more,
more days,
few
yeah.
more days and few more. I'll add
Uh-huh.
this and give you back.
And they will never give it back. Now I know when people are always asking other people for,
Yeah.
asking for a loan, even in friends or family, they are never able to return it.
Yeah, so Jupiter is not considered a good. Now Venus we always know that's a pleasure. Now here if a Venus is placed, all the disease, all the enemies, this all has caused because of your pleasure. You want pleasure from others, no? Now you are unable to pay them, they become enemies. You make enemies if suppose I ask you, can you come with me in hotels? And if you say no, then you are my enemy. Because you are not supporting me in my pleasure.
Okay.
Understood?
Okay.
So they
So they don't see the other person at all. They are so
Yeah.
selfish that
Yeah,
they
selfish
only
is
want
the
their own
right
pleasure.
word.
Also,
So-
Venus in the sixth house
Yeah.
may not be good for marriage.
Yeah, because the Karka has placed 12 to it.
Right.
So what happened? You also get so many attraction from the females, apart from your wife also, and that will lost your things, and you create so much debt. See, debt in the term of deeds,
Yeah.
not in terms of
Bad
money.
deeds.
So in litigation also, they also fight somewhere. They come into the conspiracy with others just because of the nature of pleasure. So everywhere Venus only create pleasure. It's good to be in the good house, but as I said, this is not a good house. It is not good that good planet should sit here. It will expand.
Yeah.
Then last Saturn, being it can be a sign or it can be a planet. If Saturn plays very good because Karka Bhavnashe will never give you litigation. You
Correct.
always win in litigation. Then
No debts,
you
no
will get,
enemies.
Yeah. See, he will first control his things
Correct.
in job,
Yeah.
in servant, in litigation, and in conspiracy.
Okay, yeah.
He will not able to do. And he will also try to control Mars because Mars cannot control Saturn, but Saturn always
Correct.
operates. So he will also control your desire, your disease, everything. That is why Saturn has placed here as a firewall. He will always protect you. So if Saturn or Saturn sign has placed here, that means you have some type of relief because Saturn is always a medicine. See, all our Indians Ayurvedic medicine falls under the Saturn.
And are all black.
Yeah, all black.
Dark in color.
Yeah, that is all dark in color. And all the allopathy medicine comes under Mars, and all homeopathy comes under Moon. That's the secret of all the
Yeah.
planet. So what planet you have good, you have to apply this medicine because this house need medicine.
Okay.
To cure, you need a medicine.
So if you're getting disease through
Yeah.
because of your sixth house,
Yeah.
then you should use Ayurvedic treatment
Yeah.
to cure yourself.
Yeah, it's a
Very
better.
basic.
It is a very slow process. See, Ayurvedic
Yeah.
remedies are very slow.
Because this
But
is a
for-
house which is chronic in a way, These diseases are
Yes,
also
yes, yes.
long lasting.
Yeah, so that is why Saturn always gives slow effect but long effect, and it will cut from the root cause. So that is why now Rahu, very bad planet, being placed here. So minus minus plus, it will always activate. It will make you tendency to fight. Unnecessarily you are creating enemies and you are mingle with them.
Okay.
Unnecessarily you don't know you want a debt, but you say as he is giving in cheap rate, why not to take? इसको भरना है करके he will not pay, but he is just for the sake of be available as a loan is available, he will just take and then he will make a
So it's greed
settlement.
of greed.
Yeah, it's a
in
greed.
way.
So enemies, job, in job also he is doing very well, but still dissatisfaction. This guy is getting more than me. Are he is putting efforts also, no? You put
Correct.
effort. And they always involved in conspiracy because that is a test of Rahu to create a conspiracy.
But sir, also Rahu is the same factor or exalted in Gemini and Virgo.
It is basically in Gemini, not in Virgo. So
Not
that is why in
Virgo.
third house I said it's very good.
Very good,
But in
yeah.
sixth house it's called as a own sign. So own sign means you will create inbuilt.
Tara
And this house is negative, no? So you will create inbuilt leads constantly. But if Ketu plays here, it's good. But that is a negative thing. Whatever you do in job, whatever you fight for enemies, they will never recognize. That's the only negative thing about this. You have done so many things to cure your disease, but your disease is undiagnosed. See, whenever Rahu Ketu is there, Rahu in initial stage, what happens? It will not allow the medicine. It will react. You know,
Okay.
sometimes we take the
Yeah,
will,
yeah.
it immediately react.
Correct.
So it will react and then it will cure. But if Ketu is there, whatever you remedy do, it may be some or the other time create as a misdiagnosis and it will
And
create
sir,
new
also
disease.
hidden diseases.
Yeah, hidden disease. Hidden
With
disease.
Ketu in it.
You will never come to know. At the last stage, see some disease like hepatitis B, it is
Cancer.
only cancer. It only comes to aware when there is nothing has been left out
Correct.
in human being. So
Yeah.
Ketu sometimes I give you the combination of cancer when we discuss all the disease. So Ketu is also main part of this. Now here the secret lies again in Namash. In Namash, it's 6th house. See your 6th lord and Mars and Saturn of your natal chart place how in the Namash will give you how prolonged your disease is. If in
So if
Namash,
suppose somebody's got, say, Mercury or Virgo in the 6th house,
Yeah.
and in Navamsa,
yeah, if that Mercury has placed Kendra and Trikon, that means you will continuously fall sick. Because,
Okay, because it's
it
continuous.
comes in the right good houses, no? So it will continuously give. But if it is placed in not in the good house in the Navamsa, that it means good, that you will not going to suffer more. See 6 to
So
6.
because minus becomes
Yeah,
positive.
you see 6 to 6.
Yeah.
6th house, from it 6th house is 11th house. So 11th house have friends because enemies is a friend.
Correct.
Enemy's enemy is your friend.
Very
So
true.
to cure your disease, you always look into the 11th house because 11th house is your desire fulfillment. You have to come out from the disease. That is the 11th house. So if your 6th house in Navamsa, if it is placed with the good planet, you will suffer internally. Bad planet placed in the Navamsa 6th house, that means you are not suffering more because it is curing from inside.
Yeah.
It's curing from inside, so it's not big. And being a habit of this benefit planet to grow, it will grow.
Correct.
Now only left thing is the
Sir,
Dasha.
now Dasha, because
Yeah.
now I'm worried that this Dasha is going to be the final Dasha for so many people.
Yeah, see 6th Dasha.
But it is also even Dasha, so it should be a good Dasha.
See why it is even. See 6th house is a house of reaction. I always say house of reaction because it only reacts if you act. If you don't do anything pertaining to disease will not come. It is lies in the silent mode. It will never come out. But if you act, then only it will reach. So in 6th Dasha, if somebody is lucky to reach 6th Dasha, because that's also a luck. If somebody reaches the 6th Dasha, now he has to keep quiet. Not to
Be
act.
quiet, don't
Because
move,
normally it falls after plus 50 plus 60.
Correct.
So if that comes, now passive your activities. Don't act so that it will not react. Your enemy can immediately sort it out if you don't act.
Correct.
That's a house. It's a house of action.
So let the enemies say, do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
You just sit quietly.
As I say, it's a natural malefic house. Nature will punish him. Why you to punish? Why you to judge them? So if a 6th Dasha, if anybody is there, just keep quiet and face everything. In our Hindu system, it is called Vanaprasthan. People went to the deep wood and jungle, so that to get a calm things. So if people get calm in this Dasha, he will not increase his depth, he will not increase his disease, nothing can be done. So 6th Dasha very important for this. Now for cure, I always
It's a remedy.
Yeah, remedy. For curing this house, it's the best as a Mars or Saturn by donating both the things. If you donate either Mars thing, you have to check whether Mars things is giving you suffering or Saturn things are giving you. Just by donating this both the things, you can control the power of this house.
Okay.
So that's a better thing.
So for example, if servant is giving you problem,
Yeah.
then that means it's a Saturn problem,
Yes.
and you donate according to Saturn.
And you donate oily item, fried item to your servant or other poor people, so that Shani will please and make him aware.
Yeah.
See, all the deep people always cover on the Saturn. So you also give respect. No? If
Correct.
you act goodly, he or she will react goodly.
Correct.
Act and react. This is a house of reaction.
Correct.
So reaction only comes when first action is done.
Yeah.
See, Rajनीश has given very good quotation that to beg it's very easy thing. People start begging, give me,
Yeah,
give me,
yeah,
give me.
yeah.
There's a 6 terms.
Correct.
But to beg, first you have to put your coin. By noise of your coin, people will
Ah,
give you. So
very nice.
once you act, then only it will reach.
Yeah. So now I know, sir, we are short of time,
Yeah.
but and You are my guru. But let me be your guru right now. Let us sit in Shanti.
Okay.
And let us chant Om, because now I'm so scared of these diseases that I must cure myself with nature.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. I may not be able to say hello to you again because we are going to finish and we will say Om.